line last week and even 500 yards. It's the Dolphins and the Bills, next on Madden Football.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard round, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. He's to the 15. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Miami. Hunter Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Bringing them out, a guy who's top 30 all-time in yards and touchdowns. Not bad for a 4th-round pick back in 2012. Captain Kirk Cousins.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. That's complete. It's Collins. And gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Cousins. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It's only one of those great musical breaks where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
It's Dominic Robinson who comes in and makes a play. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. So the completion good for just 3. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert on third down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Herbert operating from the red zone.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Second and a couple.
Now it's Herbert. Henry's got it on the left side. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal. Herbert throwing again. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Chris Olave, the intended receiver,
but it'll be second and goal. Herbert now. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on for a Dolphins touchdown. Justin Herbert with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
And there's a little bit of a case of back to the future because Justin Herbert as a rookie, 5 rushing touchdowns, 3 in 2021, and none last year. I think that speaks to his development as a pocket passer and trusting his receivers more and more. But in this case, he trusted himself and found the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The numbers on the ground for Foreman in last week's contest. 24 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on. You've really seen this offense coming to its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest these are huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
They run it on first with Foreman. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Drake London, his intended target.
3rd down here.
You talk about this Miami defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
This is our last chance.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they're talking about. Is make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down. Almost back to the drawing board.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Herbert back to the air.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bills offense back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Foreman will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the
35. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Foreman.
Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. To throw, Cousins. Into the hands of London. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
First catch here for London, and also a first down. Foreman powering ahead.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Cousins.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Cousins to throw it.
And it is caught. And he is going to have the Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On play action, Cousins. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
On the handoff, here's Foreman.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. This is Foreman. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Herbert. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got his man, it's Warren. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to have the Dolphins 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. On the give, it's Warren. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the 1st half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Hunter Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Rifles well, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Hand off for Warren. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's Warren. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Herbert. Touchdown! Hunter Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. That's complete. It's Collins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Cousins.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Fielded just inside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man, the tight end Henry. And it gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Right back to Henry, and here he's got it again. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now it's Herbert. Touchdown Dolphins. Hunter Henry on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And the Bills getting set to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw taken in by London.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a second down throw for Cousins.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down, here's Cousins. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Cousins now.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here. And
well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Play action now. Cousins.
Got a man. It's Collins complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now a give to Foreman. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down, Cousins.
And caught by London.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is going to have a Bills first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see him really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
To throw, Cousins. That'll be caught by Foreman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Play fake. Cousins. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. They just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it. Warren. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now running Warren. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
But now he appears to be in some pain.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
3rd down and 6.
Here's Herbert.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Moss.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They snap it to Herbert. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Hand off running left, Foreman. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. Two really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And got his man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Complete to Olave on the outline.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
His college teammate Garrett Wilson and the Jets won the award, but Chris Olave was very much in contention for Rookie of the Year honors as well. The only other rookie over 1,000 yards last season, he really looked worthy of the touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster,
23 yards for the touchdown.
and the Dolphins just continue to roll. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Third down, here's Foreman. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route,
that's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
He's got his man, London, right side.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Here's a 2nd and 5. On the option to give to Foreman.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the Bills are forced to settle for 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Moss.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
Even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stopped short of the 30. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Herbert now.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Go, take it to the house.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Throw left side, there's London.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
On the out route, Dobbs brings it in.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot, and he's have to run extra plays. Harder to move it.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Again, it's Cousins.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing, Cousins. That's to the sideline and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So now here come the Dolphins.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. I don't know, like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run on first down to Moss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Bills will take over possession here up at the 44. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A second down throw for Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. He was open, but he couldn't get it to sidelines. We take a break. Fielded just inside the 20. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
On second down, it's Moss again. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Moss again. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. A big play here for Buffalo. 59 yards.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Dolphins, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.